This episode is brought to you by Skillshare. The first 1,000 people to sign up using the link in the description will get their first 2 months free. North America leads the way for having the most casinos, which was 1,623 the last time someone counted in 2011. The US casino gaming industry itself is huge, with a revenue in 2016 of $73.1 billion. There are far fewer casinos in the East, but Macau, China is home to the biggest casino in the world, in the Venetian. It's mind-boggling how big this place is. Over 10,500,000 square feet, 550,000 square feet for just the casino. You'll find 4,200 slots and gaming tables, 53 bars and restaurants, private rooms, butlers to follow you about, shops, gyms, 4 swimming pools, 3,000 guest rooms, and of course, canals running through the place. It's actually owned by the USA's Las Vegas Sands Corporation. How do they afford to ensconce you in such luxury? That's what we'll find out today. In this episode of the infographic show, How Do Casinos Make Money? The simple answer to this question is they take your money. They do that by hoping you will gamble, because in the end, the house always wins. In 2015, CNN reported that some casinos weren't doing as well as expected, only because fewer people were gambling and going to places such as Las Vegas just to have a good time. But let's forget for now about all the cash you might spend on food, drinks, shows, rooms, and whatever else is on offer, and just concentrate on the gambling. The casino always has a statistical edge. Otherwise, you wouldn't be gambling. This is called the house edge. If you look at something like a slot machine, while one person might win big and only place a small bet, the machine in the end has a rate of what it pays out. This is often a payout rate of about 90%. It will always keep some money for itself. It's quite simple. What is happening to our brains is less simple. It's proven that gamblers play faster when they've been losing, because they are expecting that one big win to come. What these slot machines do to make us keep playing is keep offering us what are called near misses. While it's irrational, the player sees this as almost winning. They get a dopamine rush and play on. Science tells us that what happens in our brains with these near misses is almost the same as what happens when we actually win. It's exciting after all, until it's depressing and your pockets are empty. We are told that these machines are designed in a way to give small wins often, and this makes the player feel as though they are winning. Lights will flash during these wins, music will play, and the player ends up thinking something good has happened. The machine payouts are based on thousands, if not millions, of spins, so don't go thinking just because some poor dude lost a fortune, you will do any better. Conclusion: slot machines, like cell phones, are made to addict you, and they always get their percentage. If you haven't hacked them, that is, something that has happened numerous times in the past. Let's move on to roulette. Okay, so you've taken advantage of the free buffet, and your inhibitions are not what they used to be after you were plied with those free drinks that the casino was hoping you'd take. So, all that money exchanged for chips goes into the drop box. This is called the drop. The casino has an edge on the players of 5.26% on the roulette table. There are even and odd numbers and black and red colors, but there is also a green 0 and sometimes another green 00. As the casino always has this advantage, it will win. It doesn't want to bankrupt you too quickly though, so it takes its time. If you take that aforementioned percentage, it means that for every $1 million bet, the casino will take about $50,000. It gets trickier though. You might be thinking, okay, 5% loss, that's not so bad. So if you sit down with $100, you'll likely leave with about 95 if the law of averages comes into effect. Not at all. Let's say you're making $5 bets every spin of the wheel, and the wheel spins about 50 times an hour. That means in an hour, you bet $250. You didn't lose every time, of course. After 4 hours, you bet around $1,000. The casino takes 5% of all the money bet, meaning you didn't lose $5, but $50. The more you play, the more you lose. Keep betting and you'll have nothing eventually, and that is the way it has to go. You might get ahead and leave, and well done to you, but with those drinks around and the dopamine high you're getting, you stay. That's what the casino hopes anyway. If you win big, get out as fast as you can. The house edge on roulette is pretty high, so while it's fun, it's maybe not the best game to play. The house edge on slot machines is very, very high, about 17%, so you should stay away from them as well. There's a reason they were once known as one-armed bandits. Keno is terrible too, for the gambler at least, with a house edge of 25%. We are told that your best chance of winning is playing blackjack or craps, 0.8% house edge, and baccarat, 1.06% house edge. If you learn the correct strategies to play these games, all of which are online and easy to follow, that will be the house edge. If you are not the brightest gambler out there and follow no strategy at all, the house edge increases commensurate to the brain cells functioning properly in your head. We should say that because of the house edge existing at all, in the end, if you kept on playing, the casino will take everything. But let's talk about blackjack. The house edge with this game is only 0.5%, and ain't that much better than 5%. The problem here though is that some players are just bad players, and that poor strategy, as we just said, can be costly. It often puts the house edge up at 2 to 3%, and that's not uncommon. So know your strategy. With a good strategy and lady luck on your side, as well as a 0.5% house edge, playing blackjack is a good bet. With poker, it's a bit different of course. In this case, the casino takes what is called a rake. This is quite simple in that the casino takes a percent of the pot, somewhere between 5 to 20% of the pot, with sometimes a cap on the amount. You might also just pay for your seat at the game, or pay by the hour or every 30 minutes. There are other more nefarious ways casinos make money, perhaps having beautiful women milling around, which a lot of male players want to impress. Then, as we said before, there is sometimes free alcohol. It can't be understated what a dozen gin and tonics does to a person's strategy, while people just forget about the consequences of losing when they are in the midst of a Jack and Coke high. The casinos are even arranged at times so the exits aren't easy to find, and even if you do spot the sign, there will be tables or something in your way before you get to that exit that might induce you to think you can win some cash back. And to top it off, many casinos won't have any clocks around. This is to keep you focused on the game and not on the time. A former dealer writing online who once worked at Harrah's at Lake Tahoe in Nevada also said he was trained to exploit the weaknesses in players, psychologically that is. He wrote, "I chose to leave because gaming exploits the negative characteristics of human nature to extract as much money from each customer as fast and as frequently as possible." Because, as we said at the start, fewer people are gambling and just going to places like Las Vegas for the experience, some casinos now charge a fortune for once free drinks. They also do things like hold conventions, charge more for food, rooms, or even parking spaces. While we can't endorse gambling, we can endorse learning how to be smart with your money. If you're struggling to get your finances in order, we suggest taking a class at Skillshare called the Core 4 of Personal Finance. This class will teach you about the major principles behind saving and investing. You can learn this and many more things by joining Skillshare, an online learning community with over 20,000 classes in design, animation, technology, and more. Premium membership will give you unlimited access to topics that will improve your skills and, in the process, your life. The first 1,000 people to sign up by visiting Skillshare.com/infographics28 or clicking the link in the description will receive 2 months of Skillshare absolutely free. Join Skillshare and start learning today. So, do you enjoy gambling? Do you find that you most often win or lose? Share some of your experiences in the comments. Also, be sure to check out our other video called Taboos Around the World. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time!